Okay, there we go. We're in, Mez. We made it.
Hey, good morning,
Hi.
Corrine.
How are
How you
you?
going? I'm so great. How are you?
I'm really well. Welcome to Coffee and Conversation.
Perfect. Welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Is this your first Facebook Live?
I think it is my first Facebook Live. You'll see some little ragamuffins running around in the screen. They
Hey,
like to
buddy.
do cameo. Say hi.
Such a
They love to
life.
do cameos.
It's a working mum life, right?
It certainly is, and their favourite thing to do is to also pop in at 6 o'clock in the morning.
During a live Zoom,
Where
right?
Zoom class.
Awesome. So before we get much further, because this is your first time on Coffee and Conversation, let's tell everyone who you are.
Fantastic. Well, my name is Meredith, and I am one of the group fitness instructors at Canbertown at Fernwood. And I have two young boys. Please, just give me a second. Sorry. I probably at this point am considering that I should have sent them to daycare today, but I really haven't been sending them with the coronavirus. So yeah, I guess my main role at Fernwood is I teach body step, body pump, and body attack. And you'll usually see me in the early morning shift at 5:45 a.m.
Yes. What I refer to as the graveyard shift.
It certainly is, isn't it? It's
It
pretty
is.
dark at that time.
However, it is your preferred time slot, right?
It certainly is. You know what? My biggest thing for group fitness, I guess, or any type of fitness is I prefer to get it done first thing in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, so first thing in the morning before the kids are up, and then see, if you leave it later, this is what you deal with.
Yes, look, I think we all know the feeling.
Always people jumping on you, and
we all know. Now, Mez, I may have lost you. I'm not sure whether it's your end or my end. I'm hoping it's your end because I'm still going here. But let me fill in the blanks while we wait for Mez to jump back on. So, Meredith was explaining that she's one of our group fitness instructors. She does body attack, body step, body pump, and she does the early mornings. And once she rejoins us, the two of us are going to have a quick chat about the top 10 thoughts that you've had during a group fitness class. And the thing that Meredith and I have in common is that we were both what I describe as groupies before we became group fitness instructors. So to me, a groupie is someone who would choose a group class over any other form of exercise. They're pretty passionate about their group fitness classes. And you see them up in that front row, you know, they're the front row groupie. They're the ones who they're dedicated every class, never miss a class, multiple times a week. They're our groupies, and Mez and I were both groupies before we became group fitness instructors. So we're pretty qualified to know what you guys are thinking during a group fitness class. You're back, Mez.
Oh, did you? I was talking to myself, I think, for a long period of time there, which is super awkward.
That's okay, because it's normally me that leaves people in the broadcast by themselves. So it was very interesting to be the one that was all left by myself.
I was like, am I still there? I was like, be cool.
It'll be fine. So I was just telling everyone that we were both groupies before we became instructors, right? So we were the ones 100%. Down the front. In the front row, every class, never missed a class, and then we became instructors.
Yes, it is certainly something I think you start maybe at the back of the room a little unsure. Oh, no, I'm getting okay. And I'll move forward sort of mid-pack. And then when you're up the front, you're pretty much ready for the next stage, which is jumping on the stage.
Yeah. There's only one step after you've gone front row for a while, right? And that's to be actually on stage.
Yeah, and then when you get a real taste for it, you never go back, do you?
No, so we took that leap, and that's why we're so qualified to know what they're thinking during a group fitness class.
Yes.
Because we've been there.
100%. There are so many thoughts that still go through our heads, I guess, from when we were participants.
Yes, absolutely. So when they give us, there's certain things that we know when we see a look on their face, we know exactly what they're thinking. Yeah.
Yes,
So today
100%.
we're going to discuss our top 10 things that people think during group fitness classes. And
Yes.
if people are watching, I would love them to play along and just put their hand up and say, "Yep, I've thought that." And pop
Definitely.
it in the comments. So
That would
let's
be
kick it off with
awesome.
number one, yeah? And this is one of
Yes.
my favorites. It's also one of my bugbears about group fitness. And
Yes.
the number one thing, not necessarily in any order, I suppose, but number one on our list of things that people think in group fitness classes, and this one applies to people who are particularly new to a class, and it's the old, am I in somebody's spot?
Spots.
The spot.
Yes. Is that
Now,
their spot?
is it really? This is the question. If you're not a territorial groupie, I bet you know someone who is.
Yes.
They've got their
Definitely.
spot, right? And I guess as an instructor, look, I will admit, as an instructor, when someone's not in their spot, it maybe throws me a little bit.
It 100% throws me. If somebody moves from one side to the other, I'm like, oh. I was like, hold on, no, you're usually over here. And they're like, oh, I felt like being near the fan today. I was like, oh, that's fair enough. You're putting
And
me
that's
off.
the funny thing. The spot is often driven by the fan, right?
Yes. High, very close to the fan, or sort of that little spot there.
Do I like the fan? Do I not like the fan? But here's the thing for me. First in, first served.
Yes.
I don't care
Yeah.
if you've been a participant for 10 years or 10 days. First in, first served.
I'm actually very fortunate in my situation that I always get my same spot. Yes. Because I'm always on the stage. But if I do participate in another person's class, especially at our gym, I always let everybody go first and then get their spots. But if I, for some reason, was participating, I'd line up, I guess. And as you line up would be your choosing the spot in order.
Yes. So we know that if you're new to a class, you're wondering about, am I in somebody's spot? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. First in, first served. And you'll quickly find your spot anyway, right?
That's exactly right. You will find it. And, you'll try different spots. Like, next to the fan, away from the speakers, some people like to be. So it really just depends.
Yeah.
Or away from the fan if you have sinus problems. Lots of people don't like to be right underneath it with it in their face. So
you know why I reckon, look, I'm a bit of both. I like to be in the middle. You know why I don't like the fan right in my face? Because I feel like a dog with my head out the car window.
Yeah. Yes. I get quite cool when I move off the stage until onto the floor and I get the full fan.
Yes.
I'm like, whoa. It's freezing down here.
As instructors, we're not used to having fans, right?
No, we do. Yeah, it's generally for participants.
Yeah,
make sure they're well looked after.
Yeah. All right, Mez, give us number two. What's the second thought we know they're having during a group fitness class?
I guess one of the main things I've experienced is the instructor can't see me if I stand here, right? So, I'm like, yes, just for all participants new, or if you've been doing it for 100 years, yes, I can see you. Yes, we can see you, especially behind the pole, or we make it our business to know exactly what's going on with everybody within the class.
Absolutely our business to see you.
Yes, we need to check on you. We need to see you. We need to supervise. So if you do, pop behind the pole, generally I'll jump off the stage, have a quick walk around, check you out, what's going on over here, how are you all going?
Yeah.
Or another one is when I think if you think that our attention's diverted over here, we really have one eye going the other way.
Yeah.
We're
eyes
watching
in the back of our heads.
eyes in the back of our heads. We'll be glancing all the time across the room. So we certainly make it our business.
Does not matter where you stand, we can see you. And I have been known to get off my spin bike and moved
Oh, yes.
my spin bike so that I could
We did a
see
lot of cry.
exactly who was hiding behind that other bike.
Yes, exactly right. Oh, it's so funny.
And we will
Listen,
get
I've
off
been
the
a
stage.
person. We do. We certainly get off the stage,
Yeah.
and we will check it out. Even during pump and things like that, generally, we can put our bars down or our weights down, and we will go and check it out.
Yeah.
And even just check form and stuff like that. So it's really important.
And I think that's the point. It comes from a good place. We want to be able to see your technique. We want to be able to see how you're going. Don't hide from us. We're there to help you.
Yeah, exactly right. It's more we really need, it's our duty of care to make sure everybody's safe. So yeah, we do make sure that we can see you.
Yes, for sure.
You can have one.
Number 3, my number 3 is a good one. And the number 3 thought that we know you guys are having during group fitness classes is I'm supposed to be feeling it where?
Yes.
How many
That
times?
is a great one.
Yes, you do an exercise and the instructor's like, you should be feeling it in your glutes. And you think, hang on a minute, really?
What is that? Yeah. Where? And can you ever, we feel that and you get a lot of nods back, but I think a lot of people are thinking,
not quite feeling it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Go on, Beth, sorry.
That's okay. I was going to say, yeah, it takes time, like especially if you're new to group fitness and we say, where can we feel it? And sometimes it just takes time to recognize what the body is doing and where you're feeling it as well.
And to learn how to activate.
Yes.
Learning how to activate a muscle during an exercise takes quite some time and skill.
Yes, it certainly does. And we talk about, we activate our glutes and everyone goes activate, or creating our own tension is something that we talk about a lot. So
the other one we talk about a lot is switch on your core.
Yes, switch on your core is a very
one that we say all the time. And I think I would encourage, we know that things like that, if you're not feeling it, and the reason that we are explaining, hey, you should be feeling it here and you should be feeling it there, is because we know if you're not using the correct technique, you're not going to be feeling it where you're meant to be feeling it. So the big one for me is if you're standing there thinking, oh, hang on, I'm not feeling that in my glutes, or I'm not feeling that in my shoulders, whatever it is, I want them to come and see us and say, hey, during this movement, I didn't feel that in my shoulders. I felt it in my back. And then we can help with technique and be like, hang on a minute, if you're feeling it in your back, hang on, technique isn't quite right. Let's adjust this. So the reason that we cue that way is so that we can help you do the movement correctly, help you activate, and help you know when you're not activating.
Exactly right. And you know what? There's a lot of Firmwood ladies that do come up to me, certainly after the class. It's a really friendly environment and people feel super comfortable. Thank you. This is my children giving me a Lindt chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah. He says, you'll promise. He promises I'll love it.
I promise you'll love it too.
I know. I'm going to have that with... yeah, always come up to us after. Thank you. I've got chocolate all over my hand. Yeah, especially with the chest track, I feel like a lot of ladies will come up after me after pump and say, hey, I'm feeling it up in my neck and my shoulders, and I'm not actually feeling it across the chest. And we are so happy, aren't we, Corrine, to stay back after classes and I'll go through the move 100 times. It doesn't matter, as long as we get the results and that we're getting the technique right for you guys and helping out.
And I think the thing is for them to be patient with their body.
Yes.
Be patient
it takes time.
with your body. Yes. Yeah. Even now, actually, just this morning, we were discussing an exercise here at the club, and I wasn't feeling it where I was meant to be feeling it.
Yeah.
I can't feel it there. And I had to go over the movement about 10 times before I was like, oh, hang on. Oh, there it is. And it was small changes in technique.
It just, I guess it's like, you can't expect, if you've never ridden a bike before, to get up and go. So it does take time to perfect the skills that we're talking about here. So just keep going with it and always ask us any questions. I think that's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, hit us with number 4, Mez.
Well, was that the warm-up?
Yes,
we get 5 minutes. That was the warm up, and depending on, you don't like that one? Was that the warm up that we just did? You know, a lot of people can feel really quite, I guess, tired and exhausted even after the warm up. The warm ups are designed to be quite intense to warm the body quite quickly.
Yes.
So yeah, probably that 5 minute bit of cardio that we did, or warming up with the bar, can often puff. You'll get puffed.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Because if you think about everything that the body has to do in order to prepare for a workout, it is intense. Blood pressure has to come up.
100%
You know,
it is.
the heart has to start pumping the
Heart
blood.
rate
The
up.
muscles need to warm. Neural pathways need to start going. There's a lot going on in that warm up. So it's normal to feel like the warm up was a workout in itself.
Yes. Here, have a yellow one. We've gone through a whole box of little chocolates during this discussion.
So be
There was
it.
a gift bag, and they're handing them across the table. I don't even. Oh, there's still a few left.
Good.
Left. Even you'll see me, if I'm teaching pump and things like that, even attack after 5 minutes. I'll have quite a sweat on.
Yeah. And I have to tell you, the older I get, the more I need that warm up, and the longer I need that warm up to be.
Yes, certainly so. And, you know, I guess we're not 17, 18 anymore.
No.
So, the longer the warm up, the better.
So if you are 17 or 18 and out there watching us, mark my word, you're going to need a longer warm up pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly right. When you start heading into our age bracket.
Too funny. We must have run out of chocolate.
Somebody took the box, I think is what the problem here is.
The box is always the best part, right, of any toy or anything.
There is that much chocolate out. It is. I wish you guys could see what I could see, because it's something quite special.
Too funny. All right, let me roll into the next thing. We know they're thinking, and I'm a demon for this. I am the worst. So the next thing we know that you guys are thinking is, did she just say lunge? I thought that was a squat.
Yes.
Happens to me all the time. All the time. The box is very important at your house.
It certainly is. Ricky, excuse me, everybody that's listening. Hey, Ricky, just one moment, please.
And this is what we call real live Facebook. Real live. These are
can you come and talk to everybody?
Working mum moments.
Hey, can you tell everybody what we're so upset about?
Super upset.
So generally, you probably have seen these children in the club, and they're very well behaved. But at home,
at home's a different story. At home's a different story. Let me talk everyone through the did you just say lunge? I thought it was a squat. Instructors forget their body parts all the time.
All the time.
And quite often it's because our brain is about 10 movements in front of where we're at. So yes, I am going to accidentally say lunge when I mean squat sometimes. Follow what my body is doing, not what my mouth is saying.
Exactly right. And you'll see it happens all the time, especially I think in new choreography for us. We're thinking ahead, okay, well, I've got 8 lunges, 16 squats, and then all of a sudden you're so focused on the end result, getting that out and done. That we often do make mistakes and say 16 pulse squat, and you're like, oh no, it's lunges, and everyone's like,
But that's okay. Just follow what the body's doing.
Yeah, follow the body, not what my mouth is saying.
Yeah. And often weird things come out of my mouth anyway. I was saying the other day, sometimes I put 2 phrases together that don't belong and come out in this weird mishmash.
Yes, I usually we link words, mix up words, things like that. I'm like, swallow. I'm like, okay, just start again, guys. It's a squat.
Reverse. Start again. Well, all right, Mez. What's the next one?
Now, I guess one of the other ones I think is 10 more minutes. That's 1 minute, 10 times over. I've got this.
Yes. Yeah, the countdown. Oh, Mez, chaos
you
this
can
morning.
make anything seem more achievable if we break it down into smaller pieces.
Yes.
So if I say to you, okay, do 32 inches, that sounds so unachievable. If we just do, and then we do another 4, and we do another 4, it's actually something that can be very easily managed.
Yes.
I guess my mindset for that is along the way of, even if you're walking or running, and I would set goals from, I'll just run to the next telegraph pole. I can get there. I could probably walk the next, or run to that point and think, I can actually maybe run a little bit more. So if we just break it down into smaller increments and say, hey, listen.
Oh, look, Mez has left me again, guys. I laughed because in the last 2 broadcasts, this happened to my participant. So I left the broadcast. Oh, Mez, you're back again then.
Did you leave too?
No, I've been staying. You just keep leaving me, Mez.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah. So we're talking about, breaking things down. It's completely normal to go, yep, 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes left of the class. 1 more minute, 10 times over, and we're good.
Exactly right.
Mez is going to go and deal with her very, very noisy boys this morning.
What's going on in here? Who cares? Just give him the box. Goodness me, here.
I get them through the next one.
No, who cares? It doesn't matter.
So the next thought that we know people are having during group fitness classes is, hey, oh God, no one saw that. Good cover.
Yeah. I think that's such a good one.
You make mistakes and it's okay. You go left when everyone else goes right. You go up when everyone else goes down. You miss a beat. You're right. Nobody saw it. You know why? Because no one's concentrating on you. Everyone else is so busy concentrating on what they're doing that it just doesn't matter if you screw up.
It honestly doesn't. And I feel like there's a lot of things around, like, especially in step, I notice people are like, I'm not coordinated enough. I don't, it's too much for me. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Everyone's there doing their own thing. In a group environment, yes. But yeah, who cares if you step onto the step late? What does it matter? You're still there, you're having a good time, you're getting moving. No big deal.
Absolutely. And don't be fooled. It doesn't put us off at all.
No.
We are so used to it.
We're pretty good. I'd like to think we're pretty good at our job, and that we are pretty able to stay on beat. So please don't stress about those kind of things. It's not a worry.
The one thing that I don't have though, when I screw up, I don't have a game face at all. No poker face.
No.
The world
I think
knows.
That it was much the same thing. I'm like, guys, I've been known to put on the wrong set of music, and I'll start the class and I'll get to track 3 and I'm like, It's like, well, you know what, guys, I'll be honest. We've been doing the right move to the wrong songs.
Yeah, this is not it.
I'm like, it happens. So yeah, completely new.
Yeah.
And I'll tell everybody.
Normal. Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
I can't help it.
Yes, I'm like, well, that was meant to be 8 and we've done 16. Very good class. Wrong.
Yeah. And my Monday night class now give me burpees if I seem to make a little error.
Yes, we get the push-up challenge. If I do it wrong, push-ups.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, don't worry about what, if you go left and you're meant to go right, if you go up and you're meant to go down, it just doesn't matter. Being in a group fitness class is about you and you only. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing.
Exactly right. 100%. Just focus on you and having a great time.
Yeah, for sure. All right, hit me up with it, Mez. We've got a couple left. What's your next one? Oh, I think
chocolate
one.
Did the instructor just wink at me?
Probably.
Yes, probably. I think, when we're noticing that you were doing such a fantastic job, you'll often find that we'll meet eyes.
Yes.
And we'll give you a wink or, thumbs up or something. Let you know that you're doing a great job.
Yeah, it's not weird. It's just that we need to give you like kudos while we're trying to talk and instruct at the same time. And that's how we do it.
Exactly right. It's also sometimes people don't like to be directly acknowledged throughout a class. Like you might prefer to be under the radar, but it's just our way of saying, hey, we notice that you're giving 110%. So, and we appreciate it.
I actually have two. I have the downward nod and the upward nod. But they mean two very different things, right? The upward nod, the old upward nod is that one is, hey, sister, I know you're working, but you got a little bit more, right? So if you get the upward nod from me, I'm like, come on. I know you got a little more.
We know.
If you get the downward nod, the downward, that's, kudos. You've got this, sister.
Yeah, that is amazing, isn't it? And I think just the nod as well, like to be acknowledged that you actually are, doing your best effort is really awesome. So, and your best effort should be acknowledged.
Yes. So don't think we're weird if we wink or nod or, the old.
Yeah, one of those.
We're definitely giving you kudos.
110% because you deserve it.
All right, lucky last.
This one is one for me. I tell you, it's very upsetting.
Oh, is it? No, it's the last. The second last. The second last. Or is it last? No, it is the last. I think it is. Oh man, I forgot to start my Fitbit. Does that workout even count? Now for me, it's my MyZone. I did a workout Monday without my MyZone. Oh my God, does that workout still count? Yes.
Yes, it does.
Because in group fitness, we want you to be there for the experience and we want you to have fun and we want you to work hard without knowing it.
Yes, that's exactly right. And it still does count. Are you going to feel sore tomorrow? Yes, of course you are. So it still counts. You're working. Yeah. And I'm a big, I guess I have that same perception. Like, I'm like, oh no, I didn't start it. And generally that'll happen to me because I'm trying to help everybody set up, get the music right, get the mic going. And I'll often forget to press it. And I think, oh no, like, what am I going to do now? Yes, it does count. I've been through this in my mind 100 times.
It does. It doesn't change how much work you're doing. Although, I mean, we love those devices for motivation and for tracking. But if you're in a group fitness class, join us. Experience it with us. Don't panic too much about tracking and the heart rate. We'll naturally take you where we want you to go in terms of effort. We'll take you there. Trust us.
Yes.
We're going to get you there. Wear the device, but don't rely on it. Group fitness is all about connecting with each other. And I think that's one of the big things now for us as group fitness instructors is we are realizing how much group fitness is about connecting with our participants because we miss them dearly.
We miss you guys so much, and I know that you guys are missing us too. So, we just can't wait to get back there. I think it's going to be something really special when we do.
Absolutely. Now, I feel like we missed one, but I don't know how we missed one because I think we've done 9, but I said 10. I don't know what number.
Do we have?
Let me have a look. See, the other thing about group fitness instructors is we can't count.
That, I tell you, is the honest truth. I was just thinking to myself before, we're like, that's 4 more, and probably most of you have thought, I'm pretty sure that was 6.
Yeah. You know what I'm the worst at? In my circuit class, I can't use a stopwatch and instruct at the same time. I'm like, I have the stopwatch there. I'm like 30 seconds. And then I'll get talking to someone about technique or come on, or getting in there and coaching. I'm like, oh, sorry, that was 45.
45 seconds, everyone's going,
useless. So the top 10 thing, the last thing you should know is, can we count? No.
We totally can't count. We do our very best to make sure that we do, but listen, I guess instructors are humans too.
Absolutely.
So we do make some mistakes.
Absolutely.
Listen, I'll probably say that a lot of people might ask about multitasking, I guess, as instructors, because when we're on stage, we well, I'm doing this one here as well, all the multitasking
Yeah.
here. It is counting in our heads, it's counting a beat, it's listening, it's watching for your safety, it's checking everything that, there's 1,000 things that we'll think about, won't we, Corinne, as that track's going. What's happening over there, which are pretty much all the things we talked about. It's, is that person okay over there? Let's go and check it out. How's that technique going for her? Have you got the right weights? Do you need help? How's the volume? Can everyone hear me? There's also nothing worse than when people come up and say, oh, no, we couldn't hear you. I hate that. I think, oh, my God, poor thing. You couldn't hear me. So always tell us, because we appreciate it, because we don't want to go through the whole class and you can't hear us.
Yes. And sometimes we'll do we do the whole testing. Yep, you can hear me. Yep. But then maybe the bass changes in the music and maybe it just overrides. So, let us know. Just say, hey, like, turning up. And that's easy.
Turn me up.
Yeah.
It's super important, the feedback as we go through the class. I think that's another one you probably see for this ragamuffin when we're at creche. If you're there on a Saturday or something and I have the kids with me, you'll often see the ladies at creche, they're like, he needs to go nappy change. I'm like, okay, guys. So you'll see Corrine from other Corrine. She generally is with me on a Saturday. And she's like, no, that's cool. I'll take chest while you do the nappy changes. So we are the queens of multitasking, even during class.
It's the ultimate in teamwork when you're part of a group fitness team, that's for sure.
Oh, it is.
And I know we said the other day, we cannot wait at the moment to get back and do the most mammoth team teach we've ever done in our lives.
We are going to. It is going to be epic.
Yeah, the biggest team teach ever. That's what our crew have to look forward to. So,
oh, guys, get ready to sweat. Get ready to, when we're back, it's going to be massive, bigger than ever. And I think you guys, all the ladies that come to our gym, whether it, everyone's got a different goal to work towards, but I tell you, I think just being back and seeing all of our friends and being part of such a great community, I just can't wait.
Yes, for sure. And in the meantime, they can visit us on Zoom, right?
Yes, they can. So lots of the ladies, guys, you've got the membership links, and if you don't, please let Corrine know. But I'm Body Pump at 6 a.m. on Monday mornings, and Body Attack 6 a.m. Monday morning, and Tuesday morning 6 a.m. Body Pump.
Yes, and we've got some HIIT sessions and yoga and Pilates. We've got the whole range going. So.
And ABT as well, I think. And
yes, and ABT class, which is really cool. We've actually got some classes running that we don't normally run, which is fun.
I know, exactly, and it gives such a good variety, and it keeps us all staying together and connected.
Yes, for sure, and it's much less chaotic, I promise.
Yes, it is. 6 o'clock, like I say, when I'm always trying to do my workouts much before the children are awake. I feel like this is the you guys probably witnessed firsthand about what goes on there's always an argument when you're on the phone.
Yeah, I was saying to someone the other day, actually, because I'm teaching from home, my family's actually never seen me instruct. And my husband now calls me a woo girl.
And is it because you say woo?
Because I say woo. And he says to me, are you wooing this morning? I'm like, yes, I am instructing.
I also have a few things like that. He's wooing now.
Woo!
He's going woo woo.
I have to say,
my family, exactly. My husband's much the same. He hasn't really even witnessed me firsthand teaching and stuff. So you might see his legs cross across the screen, and he's like, as he tries to remove one child from in front of the step. This way. Okay, off we go. But it is firsthand. Different things. Yeah. He's like, I could hear you through the door. And I was like, I closed 3 doors and you can still hear me. And he's like, it was like you were teaching a really intense track. I'm like, you must have got me at plyometrics.
That would be the plyo track.
Plyometrics.
Oh, Mez, it has been fun.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. And please excuse the noise.
It's
You're
real.
welcome. I know. I thought next time I'm probably going to have to be in the office. I'll pop into the actual club chair and we'll do a joint
We'll
chat
do it.
together so
Yeah,
the noise is a
absolutely.
little less.
Absolutely. All right,
Guys,
we'll let
thank you
you
so,
take
so
care of
much.
those gorgeous boys,
Hey,
clean up all
you
that
want to say
chocolate,
goodbye to everybody? I know.
and we'll see you all
You don't
soon.
want to see there's rappers and rappers and more rappers and
Mum
so
life, yes. Mum
yeah.
life.
This is the size of the box. Can we just show everybody here?
Let's have a look.
This.
I love it.
So if you're wondering what the fighting was over that was a very large box of Woolies.
A very special gold box.
A very big 28 assorted. Just full of wrappers now.
Well, I'm going to leave you to sort that out.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you in club soon.
Thanks for joining us, Mez. Bye, boys.
You're welcome. Say bye. Have a
See you
great one.
soon. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye for that one.